guys, this is Jen, and I'm starting my Facebook Live. This is Painting with Me. We're going to paint a really easy heart. If you are on here, or if you can watch it, you can watch it on the replay later if you can't come live at this time. But here I can answer your questions. I can see you live. So if you are here and you want to tell me your name and where you're from, that'd be cool. Otherwise, let's get started. So this is what we're going to do today. So today we're going to do a heart painting. I'm not sure if you can see it. Unfortunately, one of my light bulbs went out this morning. So yeah. All right, so we're going to be painting this. While you're getting your stuff ready, if you're going to paint along or wait till later, I went ahead and put some white, some green, it's almost like a turquoise, some red, and some black on my plate. Now guys, this is a dollar store plate, so when you're buying your stuff to paint, especially when you're first starting out, you don't need to buy expensive stuff. You know, go to the dollar store, no big deal. Okay, so what I have set out is some paints. These are apple barrel paints that I used. They're from Walmart, so not the best, not the most expensive. I think they were like right under $1 a piece. They're not that bad. And also, if you go to Michael's, look for their 40% off coupon. You want to buy stuff that's not on sale. I mean, that's on sale. Use your coupon and it'll be even cheaper. So today, I pulled 3 brushes out, but I think I'm probably only going to use 2, probably these 2. So this is a number 11 flat. It's pretty much like the foam brush you can get at your hardware store, just a flat edge on it, so nothing expensive. I don't even know what one this is. This is 6. Is this a 6 or a 9? Yeah, it's a 6. I don't know. It's probably a 1/2 inch, and then just a round brush. But I'm probably just going to use these 2. So if you just have like a chip brush or another brush like this, it's okay. You can use that. So no big deal. All right, so I got that. We have napkins out. We have a tracer. Now, if you want the heart tracer, you can just text me and or email me or message me on this page. But I just freehand drew this. Maybe I'll do a whimsical one. This one's a little bit, maybe I'll do that one on here. But if you want to, you can freehand it, draw it wherever you want to on your painting board. And if you have little kids that want to try this project, it would be probably easier if you cut this out in cardboard and then had them lay it wherever they wanted to on their canvas, whatever they're using, and trace it, you know, with a Sharpie or a pencil. And then you can proceed with the painting just like I'm going to show you, okay? The other thing is to think about, guys, is the tracer paper. If you do have kids or if you want to do tracing, some of my other paintings, I wouldn't freehand them. I would, you know, I would send you the tracer, and you just get carbon paper. So what you want to do is you want to use the shiny side down on your canvas. You put your tracer over the top and literally trace it, and it'll leave an image on your board. So I'm going to take this away and start with the blank canvas, and we're going to start from scratch so you can see what I'm talking about. And I just got glitter in my coffee. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but isn't that hilarious? Got glitter gets everywhere. I don't like it when it goes in the house, but yeah, it gets everywhere. So this is a prepped and primed canvas board. I think they're like $3, $4 at Michael's, maybe more. But the panel I got was at the dollar store. You can get this pretty cheap and expensive online, or you can use whatever you want. Like if you wanted to make smaller ones, I brought a couple other sizes to look at. So, you know, smaller canvas. And then an even smaller one, you can put, you know, draw a little heart on here and make the same thing. I don't know about you guys, but I like to paint my canvas, let it dry, and then I would use a stencil on it, unless you're good at freehand lettering. I use these stencils. They're extremely good quality, and they last a long, long time. And I've had my daughter who presses really hard, really press on this, and it didn't wreck it at all. And it's a good plastic. I got these from Essential Stencils. Very good. You can go through there and get lost on their website like I did for like a couple hours. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so you got your canvas, you got your water, you got your brushes ready, got your paints ready. I'm going to go ahead and get my stencil. I think I want, let's see where I want my heart. I think I put my heart over here. Okay, so shiny side down, dull side up. Put your tracer on it. And literally, I'm gonna go over it, and I'm gonna push down pretty good. I mean, I'm not pushing to where I'm ripping the paper. Excuse me, but I am giving a little bit of a push here because I want those lines to show up for you. And every once in a while, check to make sure that your lines are good. And the carbon here will erase somewhat, so you can go back and fix it if you don't like it. I mean, and we can always paint over this heart if you don't like that. I mean, it's pretty versatile. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to do like a wash technique. So if you're just learning how to do acrylics or watercolors, this is a really good technique to start with. And I'm going to do kind of a different way. Usually you want to start from light to dark. I'm going to start from dark to light, and you'll see why. Okay? So I'm just going to get my flat brush and my paper towels ready. Now remember, if you spill your paint, it's not going to be permanent forever if you get it wiped up. I have baby wipes standing by just in case. But so I want to get my dry brush, and I'm just going to dip the very tip of this dry brush into my paint, okay? All right, so I just have a little bit, and all I'm going to do is just touch it here and there, okay? And this is whimsical, so you know what? You don't it's not going to be perfect, and actually you don't want it perfect. So I'm just going to get my brush wet now. And it's okay if you mix your colors in there, it's all right. I'm going to get it off just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to get my brush wet. I'm going to tap it off a little bit, and then I'm just going to go up and down, okay? So I'm not holding it tightly, I'm just going up and down, okay? Up and down. And I don't want to go over necessarily my lines on my heart, okay? Up and down. Can you see how it's kind of looking whimsical? And remember, this is supposed to be fun art, not fine art, right? So fun art. And if you're a little one and you're just starting, this is perfect for that age. And if you want your paint darker, you just put another glob at another spot. And I'm not using an easel either. You don't need to go out and buy that stuff right away. I'd say probably not buy it. I'm going to get a little bit more globby paint here. So I want it a little darker. So up and down, and you can go over the lines a little bit, but I don't go over them too much. I want to still be able to see those lines, right? So we're going to keep going. Okay, so up and down, however you want it to look, okay? It doesn't matter. This is your creation, right? And if this was 5 o'clock at night, I'd be having a sip of wine with this too, right? I hope everybody's having a good day. And even if you're just watching and you come back later and do it, that's cool too. But if you do complete the painting and you do something like I'm doing here, and you're gonna try it, which promise me you try it, you know, at least try it. Come back and post what you painted, because I have some prizes to give away to people that try to paint. So probably in a couple days I'll close it, but yeah, try it. I'd like to see what you guys come up with. It's really cool. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is just touch a little bit of this green or this turquoise, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to touch it and just go up and down here and there, okay? Up and down here and there. Make sure your brush is nice and wet, okay? Up and down, up and down. And again, it doesn't matter. I like to leave my brush strokes in there. If you don't like it, you can definitely just sit here and keep blending it. I kind of like this whimsical, it looks like it's raining in the background, or fairy tale kind of background. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going to put a couple little splotches here and there of red. So I'm going to clean my brush out just a little bit. I mean, I'm not like going to soap it up or anything. I tap it off on my napkin, and then I just touch a little bit of touch of that red, okay? And I'm just going to touch it here and there, okay? Touch it. And if you don't want it so hard, you can definitely come back and blend those in, okay? All right, let's leave that alone for a little bit. I'm going to wipe off my brush. And for some reason, my iPad is not working, so I don't know what your comments are. But I appreciate you watching, Genevieve and Chris Jensen. Hey, Chris, and Pam, how you doing? So I hope you guys consider trying this. All right. I'd like to see what you guys come up with. I mean, I had kids and students do this similar thing, and what they did was they wrote their names right here, or like they had a husband and wife, so they would write the husband and the wife, you know, on here like you would on a tree, you know, carve your name in there. But I've had them do all kinds of stuff, so the sky's the limit. If you're going to do that, I would wait till this is completely dry and then go ahead, go back in and do lettering or stenciling. So the next thing I'm going to do is I grab my round brush, okay? I'm going to get it a little bit wet, tap it off, and I'm just going to dip it in this black paint, okay? And this is not perfect, and you don't want it perfect. Of course, if you're really strict about what you do, this kind of techniques will probably drive you crazy, but I believe art should be fun. So we don't care about those brush strokes. We don't care. I'm just going to go outside my line a little bit. I'm going to let it fade. I mean, I want it to look really rustic, really cool, okay? All right. And you could freehand your heart after your background's dry, or you could stencil it on there. You can use a tracer, just like I did after your background's dry. And one of the techniques to do that is use a blow dryer on, you can do hot or you can do cold, it doesn't matter, okay? You can use a blow dryer on your paints and your background will dry a little bit faster. Now in my my paid group, I have a subscription group. I go into detail about these kind of things. So we really sit down and we learn how to do charcoal drawings, how to do these kind of drawings, maybe a little more detailed, I mean a lot more detailed, and you can just go through back and forth with that. But then we do like body products, we talk about that, we talk about herbal infusions. So I'm just going over it and over and over it, kind of making the lines a little blurry. You know, my heart's a little awkward, that's okay. That kind of gives it its own little charm right here. You know, maybe I want to write something here later, you know, a little saying, or maybe think about somebody that you care about that you're going to paint this for, you know, or put this on your wall, you know, be proud of it. Okay, this is your artwork, so be proud of it. All right, so I'm cleaning my round brush out a little bit, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up my red paint, and you can mix it with white to make pink, but I'm just going to do bold colors today. So basic, I'm just going to make heart shapes, and I don't care if I hit that black. In fact, I like to, because I like shadow that comes with it. And if you like this kind of technique, I do teach watercolor, so there's another class coming up. I think it's in what is it, February 1st. I'm going to be a doodling watercolor, so I'm going to show you how to just drop paint on a watercolor, and we're going to make chickens out of them, out of little drops, okay? So it's really beginner friendly, really loose kind of painting, fun. It's supposed to be fun and relaxing. I've had people make cards with them, which I'm probably going to teach a card series so you can make cards. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit more water on my brush. And we're just going to keep making heart shapes. And if you really wanted to, if you're a little bit more advanced than this, you could do the outside like this and then put another color, maybe a lighter color in the middle, and just keep going till you get to your middle heart here. So a little more water. So I'm going to really load my brush up and just keep going. I kind of like the brush strokes where you can see where I'm going with this. You can have it, it makes your eye follow the heart. And you want your people looking at that to kind of follow that movement. Believable. There's something to look at that's interesting, and what is it called when there's contrast? So there's a lot of contrast. So if there's contrast in your paintings or your artwork, people are going to look at it more because they like to see contrast. For some reason, our eyes are drawn to that. Okay. So I know me, I could sit here for an hour and pick on this painting, but I'm not going to do that with you guys. I only want you to be here for a little bit and know that you can create really cool pieces of art within an hour, not even that long. We're not even going to be on here that long, and you can create stuff like this. So it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of money or investment, and like my other art students, you can do it at home without anybody watching. The other thing I want you guys to think about while you're doing your art is please, please, please don't judge your art piece until you're done. So a lot of art does not come together until you're completely done with it. So all of us, when we are starting to paint, it has an ugly phase. The ugly phase will go away when you're almost done and you're putting your final details on your art piece. So don't judge it. Don't let anybody tell you it looks horrible. It doesn't, okay? Anything you make is not horrible. So, all right. And I can even make a little heart inside of a heart, inside of a heart. Okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're technically almost done. We can clean up the edges up here if you want. I'm going to take my brush and clean it out, and then we're going to put some highlights of white in there. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my bigger brush, and he's still a little bit wet, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit of white, and I'm going to put highlights. Just blobs here and there, up and down with your hand, up and down. Okay? No stress on your hands, no stress on your arm. Okay, up and down. Do you see it starting to come out now? Let me turn it so you guys can see. See it starting to come out? See the colors? Again, don't judge it until it's done, okay? Now my daughter, she loves that glitter. So before your paintings dry, if you have a need to put glitter on it, this would be the time to start putting your glitter on it before it dries. And I like those white blobs. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I love those blobs. Anyway, all right, I'm done messing with it. So this is going to be, your background should be done. If you want to add more color, take it away, that's up to you. I'm going to switch back to my other brush, the round brush, and I want it a little bit less red in there. If it has red, it's okay. All right, so this thing's so old it's about ready to fall apart, but I'm going to make my tip, okay, and I'm just going to dip it in some white, and we're going to go ahead and start detailing. Now if this thing falls apart, it's okay. We're going to start detailing this heart. Now you can put a white line on the outside and the inside, whatever you want to do, but it's okay. Whatever you want to do is fine. Okay? And remember, it's just paint. Okay? It's just paint. And we don't want it to be perfect, so I don't know about you guys, but I love to leave those globs in there. Okay. I may want to do this. Little dots here and there. Okay, so if you want to, you can do that. Put your hearts in here. And if you're really good at lettering, you can put your letters in there if you want, you know, lettering in there. I am not good at freehand lettering. So if you are, go for it. Go for it. I mean, it's the worst thing you can do is if you don't like it, you can paint over it. But yeah, I am so not good at freehand lettering. I wish I was. Gosh, I have a few friends that are just so good at lettering and painting, and try not to compare yourself to other people. Just compare yourself to you, and I always have to remind myself of that. Okay. So I'm going to quit messing with this, and we're just about done. So if you decide to paint this, and maybe you put your name here, don't forget to sign it, but you know, put something here or something here, whatever you want to do when it's dry. You can make it your own. You could put words in there, you know, love or whatever you want to do, but that's it, you guys. Not hard, and you can make your own painting, you know, within a half hour. Not a big deal. It's pretty cool. So let's see. So if you guys want to, next week I am going to be doing how to make your own body oil. So I noticed when I'm out here, the air and everything is a little different from where I moved from, and my skin is just dry, my hair is dry, so I figured I'd do a class with you guys to show you how to make your own body oil. Or massage oil. You can use it for your hair, you can use it for your bath, and so anyway, gather some essential oils. I chose to use lemongrass and orange, so we're going to do that, and grab some olive oil and maybe some sunflower oil, stuff you can get at the store. Okay? January 28th, I'm doing a paint a butterfly class, so we're going to be doing this. Same kind of concept I'm doing with this heart, except I'm going to show you how to do the background, like a boho style, and then the tracer. If you want the tracer, you would just text me or email me, and I'll email you the tracer. So we'll be doing that during class, and this one will require a blow dryer, because we're going to stencil that on there after we're done with the background. Okay? And then on February 1st, I'm going to be doing 11 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a doodle along. So I'm thinking about doing similar kind of looseness like the painting here. And then we're going to be doing chickens in watercolor. So watercolor, just get a watercolor sheet or two, and just simple watercolors. Some stuff you can probably get at your dollar store. Okay. The other thing is, I don't know if this shows up right, but if you want to get on my subscribe list and you like text, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's 833-212-8035. If you want to get on my text group, I text out what I'm doing, the classes, and that kind of thing. I text out people that are in my private groups. So if you want to get on that, just go ahead and type yes. So it's 833-212-8035. Type yes, and you'll be on my text list. Otherwise, you can go on our website at landofmilkandhoneysoap.com and sign up for the emails if you wanted to know what's going on, and when I'm going to open the doors for this private membership art group again. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and please, if you try this and post it, I have a prize for the most liked. Okay? I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for hanging out and watching.